Possibly.
So what's your name again, sorry?
My name's Jodie Davidson.
So this is your first Scotland rally?
It's the first Scotland one, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been out in France for the last couple of years, so I've never been to one here yet. So
And you're telling me you're quite passionate about all this, so
I am very, very passionate about this. I'm about the only one out of the people I know, about my friends, my family, the only one that really seems to care that much to get out and stand up and speak about what's going on in the world.
And how are your friends and family reacting to you getting involved with this?
I think a lot of them just say they're not quite sure why I'm bothering. A lot of them say it's pointless. A lot of them say you're not going to be able to change anything. But in my opinion, if I can be that penny drop in somebody's head and that one message and that one thing that I might say, or the leaflets that we're all putting out, the message that's going to them, that might be that one thing that can wake somebody up and them to realise the severity of what's actually going on. Because I think some people are taking it too chill, too chill. Like, it's okay, we're just, it'll pass, it'll go, you know. But no, nothing's getting
I've had this
better.
conversation, so I think the attitude of people saying that will never happen is the reason why these things are happening.
Absolutely.
That is the reason it's going to happen, and I think we don't want to get in a situation where we're saying we told you so,
No.
but it's things that we said would happen are happening.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't want to be that guy coming out to all my friends and family going, I told you so, but it is that way.
Yeah.
It is that way. I've said all of this since day dot, and a lot of people haven't listened to me. A lot of people have told me I'm just a bit mental and that I'm
We're all a bit
reading
mental.
too much. I'm reading too much into the news. That's
Yeah.
what my dad told me. I don't watch the news. My biggest flex in my life is I've not owned a TV for 3 years and I will never go back. I don't watch the news, I don't watch TV, I don't want to hear about it, you know? But unfortunately, people have been fear-mongered into this way of thinking. And I don't blame anybody that is vaccinated, anybody out there that is vaccinated and are now thinking the questions. That's good. Keep thinking those questions. Keep thinking them, because you're going down the right route. And one day you will realise and you will end up standing with us and you will say, we told you so. But we're on your side. It's not your fault. It is not your fault that you have been brainwashed and you have been made to think this way. It is not your fault.
You have not taken vaccine.
No, I won't take the vaccine. I will not take the vaccine either.
I've not taken it, but we're just saying we respect people that do, but
We respect them, yeah.
it's the fact they're pushing on people, do you know what I mean?
Why don't they ask us for debate? They're just censoring. They just show something fishy.
There's something very,
They
very
don't
fishy
ask
going
us
on
to
about
debate.
it.
And all misinformation, giving wrong figure, that is not true.
This is going Facebook, is that okay, by the way?
Pardon?
Is this going Facebook, is that okay?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, the debate is becoming definitely one-sided, and it should never be that way, should it?
yeah, it is. Yeah. I think the media is just the biggest,
Biggest corruption in the world. The media is the biggest corruption ever.
Luckily, we have good social media, but also social media, time to time, is censored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google, okay. Google is not, banning everything. But one thing I have seen, BNT. Have you heard of that?
No.
Brand new tube.
Oh yeah, I have heard of that, yeah.
Dr. Vernon Coleman.
Yeah, he's got a big following now, doesn't he?
He's good. But I'm just worried for my own job.
Exactly.
I'm really worried.
You should be worried not only for your job, but for your health, for your
Yes.
family, for your future.
Yes.
You know, that's what people don't realise is what's at risk is for their future. They might be happy with how things are now,
Yeah.
and it might be comfortable right now, but what they don't realise is there's about to be the biggest shift, the biggest transition in human history.
Yes.
In the world, in the new world order that's about to come in. And
Yes.
the way that the government are pushing this is so bad.
And do you not think, obviously, the physical thing we're talking about is vaccines.
Absolutely,
That is what
but
you can see and what's happening, but it's the implication of making that forced, because if you can force something physical on a citizen or an individual,
What else can they?
I mean, there's no logical conclusion to that, is there? Once the government can do that, that's the line that's been crossed, and there's no
Exactly.
going back from that line.
Yes, I heard that. Yes. This is the way they are controlling. In like olden days, Soviet era, communist countries.
Yeah.
What they used to do, they control whole the communist countries like Russia and then Eastern Europe. And here, free countries. Now they're following their rule, and freedom.
And it's funny you say that, because I think the most interesting question is, so just say if the UK is free, for example, or it was free, At what point does a country like ours become a country like, I'm not going to say North Korea, that's a bit extreme, but when does a country like ours become a country like maybe China?
Exactly.
At what point does the freedom stop? Like, at what actual point?
When is enough enough?
Yeah.
When do people say no?
Yeah.
Enough is enough. And when do we take back our freedom? Because the more rules and restrictions that they're pushing out to people, and the more that we're all sitting complying, is just showing them that they can literally push anything and everything to the people, and we will comply. And it's literally tearing away our freedom. Everything.
No, it is true. But no, only one thing I'm saying.
Like we could end up like
No,
North
one
Korea.
thing I'm saying. The vaccinated people, because of the help of media, number is bigger than the unvaccinated people. Yeah, the number, because most people are brainwashed. Correct?
Yeah.
Most people, my family member, my lot of friends I know, I cannot speak. Whenever I try to put my argument, I've lost because the majorities of them are taken. So I don't want to.
How do we appeal to that group though? I'm just trying to charge this up.
I cannot. I'm very outnumbered by them. So I'm just thinking is how the media is just misinformation, giving misinformation and brainwashing them. They're brainwashed them by the media. So
But it just takes a simple research. This is the thing that I've just been trying to push to my own friends and to my own family, is to just go and do your own research. It does not take more than a simple Google search to figure out some of these things. There's documents, there's court documents, there's papers that are going through the process in parliaments, that all of this information is actually out there, and it just takes a simple search. And people just need to do their own research on it. It's all there. It's in black and white. It's in plain sight for us.
yes.
And that's what you need to approach these kind of people in a nice way about the vaccine, because I'm not against anyone that has taken the vaccine. Honestly, you do what you need to do for your body, just like I am. But I do just believe that people need to just be a little bit more inquisitive, a little bit more curious about what is actually going on.
I think as well, so like,
asking the questions.
you can say things that are true but not actually the best reflection of what's happening. So like, I would say, like, if you could say 50,000 people has died of coronavirus, but what they're not telling you is how many new respiratory deaths there are.
Yeah.
So it is like one respiratory condition overtaking another one, as opposed to the same amount of respiratory deaths. And just so I don't get banned, that's just a hypothetical example. But the point is, BBC, for example, could say something that is true, but it's how they spin it.
Exactly.
Why do they not talk about cancer deaths as much? They're not lying, but they're not given fair light on.
I know there is.
I would
you're
just
right.
tell people to stop
I know.
watching
No,
the
I'm
news.
saying the mass media, we need to avoid that, because look, the media mislead us in the Iraq war, and weapon of mass destruction. Okay, that weapon of mass destruction Saddam has got. So media was sending this message, and people are we need to go and get him, and then they go and bombarded Iraq. And then one after another they tried. Later on they found nothing. So the human cost, the money and everything, same thing, right? All the media is preparing problem. This is the problem, solve. Actually, what is the solve? 3 job, 4 job, people still are going to hospital.
Exactly.
Still have to work. What is the?
Yeah.
They have not solved it. If it is working.
How can you have record numbers of vaccinations? People are now vaccinated. We've had record numbers of people being vaccinated, but now we've got record numbers of COVID.
Yes.
It doesn't match up.
No.
It doesn't match up.
How can I trust this vaccination things are working? How do it's a perceptions. Like this is a perception that this is vaccination is not working. We need to find some other solutions
Exactly.
to deal with.
If anything, right now it should be about your COVID status.
But
To
what
enter
happened?
venues and things, not your vaccine
But
status.
misinformation.
COVID
Whoever's
status.
giving the misinformation, the wrong statistics,
The
and
media
then
are to blame for that.
yes, and then because the ordinary people don't know which sources this news come up, they say, "Oh my goodness, this news. Okay, we need to do." So we need to see this is the correct news or not. No, like we need to, but there's no other thing. So only all media is really.
People will only believe what is fed to them and what they see, and so that's why a lot of people are on that side.
Yeah.
They haven't been subjected to other information, or they've not gone and done their own research
Yeah.
into it, you know. But it's not hard to see now. I honestly, truly believe more and more people are waking up.
Yes,
More
that's
and more
what I'm
people
saying.
are waking up, but just some people are shy. Some people are too scared to maybe say the wrong thing, because you're in the minority. When you're in this position, we're in the minority
But I'm
in
saying
some ways.
Britain.
But
I'm saying Britain, this country, West, are very. Like I had knowledge. I had feelings. Free country. Yeah. There's a. If you see that majority have taken vaccine, doesn't matter. The minority unvaccinated people are bad. You cannot say that.
No, exactly.
Their treatment, their medication, they think what is best.
Yeah.
So you cannot say you have to have this medication.
No.
You cannot have. I cannot.
Would you say it goes against what Britain's meant to stand for?
Eh?
Would you say it goes against what Britain's supposed to stand for? It goes against like a British value.
Yeah, I think British value. I know I had a respect of this. Here is one of the parliament free, one of the biggest democratic country in the world. I would say leader of the world. But I'm saying whenever these kind of dictatorship things are coming up, the things like you have to have mandatory vaccine passport, and these things. But this is not a democracy. Democracy means everybody has got, minority group has got their own
Exactly.
right. For example,
That's what you're stupid
that you
enough to
say
have.
you are, do the minorities unvaccinated people, maybe 20%, up to 20% now, have not taken the vaccine.
Yeah, I do wonder about the numbers of how many people's not
about
vaccinated.
Less than 20%.
Yeah,
The government figure says 6 million.
Well, there'll be a lot now, because apparently you're unvaccinated
I know.
if you've not had your third
Yeah.
booster now.
So a lot of people have taken 2 vaccines.
Yeah.
They have not taken
Yeah.
vaccine. Some of them booster.
Brilliant, that was a great interview. This is going to go on my Facebook page if that's okay, and I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
What was your names again, sorry?
Jodie Davidson.
Jodie. And
Rashid.
Rashid, nice to meet you. That was a brilliant interview, and it's great hearing different perspectives.
Thank you very much.
Cheers guys, thanks for the time.
All the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers everybody.
Okay, sure. Thank you. See you later.